puspusa na ho talaga ang pangangampanya nitong si Senator Risa Hontiveros. Hindi na ho siya nakontento doon sa kanyang public consultation kaugnay doon sa political dynasty. Ngayon naman, nasa ano ho siya, Storycon. Diyan sa One News PH, pambihira. Talagang pinupustura ho niya sarili niya. Pinaparamdam niya, presensya niya na isa siya sa mga potensyal na kandidato sa 2028 presidential election. Parang yan si John Vic Remulla. Ano hong ginagawa niya ngayong mga panahon na to, di ba? Kung ano-anong pinagsisira niya, nagpupunta ho siya doon sa mga sinisirang sigarilyo, kung ano-ano, talagang pinaparamdam ho nila ang presensya nila, talagang pinapakita nila sa bayan ng Pilipino nung nagtatrabaho sila. Dito sa video na to, pag-uusapan ho nila yung posibleng arrest warrant na ilabas ng ICC kaugnay dito kay Senator Bato de la Rosa at dito kay Senator Christopher Bongo. Siyempre, magbibida-bida yan dahil taga-majority yan. Kesyo sabi nitong si Ping Lacson, pagka daw lampas sa 6 years ang parusa ng isang kaso na kinahaharap ng isang senador, talagang ano ho yan, hindi daw ho yan saklaw nung kanilang ika nga proteksyon na pagka may session, hindi sila pwedeng arestuhin. Pero bago ang lahat ng yan, isa like at isang subscribe, masaya na ho tayo dyan sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community. Yung join button, nandiyan lang ho sa baba. Rerekta na ho kagad tayo dito kay Risa Hontiveros. No? Pakinggan ho natin ang kanyang mga punto de vista. At dito rin ho pala sa video na to, papakinggan ho natin ang mga sagot nitong si dating DOJ Secretary Vic Aguirre. Abogado ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte kung ano ang kanyang mga punto de vista sa pagkakasangkot ng kanyang pangalan dyan sa posibleng warrant of arrest na yan na ilabas ng ICC sa mga, kung tawagin ng ICC na co-perpetrator daw nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Game!
Very quickly. Thank you so much for your time. I know your time is limited,
Inviting me.
but thanks for popping in.
Yeah, just to say hello.
Just to say hello. And to talk about some of the urgent pressing issues. So first question to you is, we were just talking about it with Ami. Over the weekend, 2 of your colleagues at the Senate were named.
Masyado na paghahalata ho itong mga taga News 5. Pambihira. Friends kayo ni Risa, gano'n. Thank you for stopping by. Gano'n. Gaano ba katagal tong interview ho ni Risa Hontiveros na to? Wala ko tayong maraming pasakali dito. Ika nga, panoorin ho natin yung pagpunta nitong si Risa Hontiveros sa studio kung gaano siya katagal makikipagbulahan dito sa mga reporter.
As co-perpetrators in the war on drugs case at the ICC. And Senator Ping already told us that the majority will convene on Wednesday to talk about how to address this, how to, tackle this issue. Where are you sitting on this issue?
Well, I stand with what Senate President Tito Soto said before, that by tradition, while the Senate is in session, no members are arrested. And in any case, I'm getting ahead of the story already, because what was mentioned, I believe, was in the form or the nature of an indictment.
Correct.
Oo, walang
Wala pa naman
warrants
arrest
na pinag-uusapan. So it's good that Sen Ping mentioned that we'll be meeting.
Diba? Doon pa lang ho mga kababayan, itong si Boying Remulla, talagang kitang-kita ng mga kasinungalingan niya. Wala ho talagang warrant of arrest itong si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Kumbaga talagang pinaglaruan itong si Boying Remulla ang feelings itong si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Kaya yung Boying Remulla na yan, ako pagka nagkataon talaga, pagka naging presidente na si VP Sara, paglalaroan ho natin ang feelings ng bakulaw niya.
To talk this week about how to handle the situation as it evolves. Regular mechanism naman yun sa Senate.
So your stance is, for as long as Senate is in session, your members should be protected.
The Senate President mentioned.
Teka lang ha. Gusto kong makita ng mga kasama natin dito ang demeanor ng mga reporter pagka ini-interview nila, kagaya ni Risa Hontiveros, Ping Lacson, Tuta Soto, compare doon sa mga kaalyado nitong si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Okay? Pakinggan ho natin. At saka yung mga pagka nag-i-interview sila, yung tipong nagbubulgar na mga kabulukan ng administrasyon. Yung Ami, yung payatot na matanda na pagka nagtatanong siya, lalo na doon sa interview nila kay Congressman Erice, di ba kulang na lang lamunin niya itong si Congressman Erice. Bakit hindi nyo pa ilabas yan? Ang daming naghihintay yan. Bakit hindi nyo pa ilabas yung warrant? Yung yung mga dokumento na yan, yung screenshot na yan. Di ba? Ba't binibitin lang ating mga kababayan? Di ba meron siyang ganong meron siyang ganong eme, di ba? Troy.
Mentioned that before, kaya doon din ako bumabalik. And in the context of the whole issue and advocacy for accountability and for our participation in the international community, yun yung mga konteksto na malamang kasama sa pag-uusapan sa caucus.
Senator G.
Pero kaya nga rin din ni Senator Lacson na
Yan.
yung immunity during
Ami mo yan.
the Senate session covers only
Ayan ho yung AMI. Ayan ho yung AMI na DDH. Diehard Duterte haters ho yan. Ano yan, BBM o ano yan, loyalista ho yan, loyalista nga. Hindi lang pinklawan dilawan din ho yung AMI na yan. No? Pagka anong gininterview niya itong si Congressman Iricio, bakit hindi niyo pa linabas? Bakit hindi niyo pa ilabas? Naghihintay ang ating mga kababayan. Ito, ikaw ba't nagmamadali ka? Ba't alam mo pa doon sa mga pinuntahan nitong si Bersamin, di ba? Bakit? Kaano-ano mo ba si Bersamin? Ba't ka atat na atat? Wala ka na bumaibalita? Pambihira. Oo, kahit naman lumabas yun, hindi lumabas yun. Parehas lang naman ang sweldo mo. Lang yan. Di ba kamagalit si Ami sa atin, ha? Napaka-bias ho kasi napaka-pangit magtanong. At least parang pag nasa lubong, ay si Ami ho, yung bias magtanong dyan sa Newswatch PH. Bira ka PH.
only offenses na ang sentensya only up to 6 years.
Yan.
So yung multiple crimes against humanity mukhang hindi pumapasok dyan even under our law
Yan.
on crimes against
Patao-tao
humanity.
si Risa. Parang
Medyo matindi
naiintindihan
yung
niya.
parusa doon eh.
So I believe kung ganun yung nasabi na rin ni Sen Ping, he will also bring that up in the caucus. So mabibigat na issue po ang pag-uusapan and seryosong institusyon ng Senado. So we will certainly consider these issues with the gravity that they deserve.
Well, as Ami was pointing out, the difference, Senator, is that these are charges of crimes against humanity, which the International Court has said are so heinous that they transcend national borders, which is why they're getting involved. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is whether, in your mind, there's room for the Senate to act differently than it has in the past.
For sure. Each situation may be different. Kaya nga importante na, as I mentioned, regular kaming nagko-caucus, nag-uusap, so that we can take the most proper position possible, no? As one half of a branch of government.
Okay, fair enough. I know your time is limited, so let me move on to the next topic. You spoke to FOCAP, the Foreign Correspondents Association of the Philippines, recently, and you mentioned that you are open to running in 2028 if the opposition, if the
Yan na nga. Yan lang naman pinunta niya dyan. Ba't di nyo pa kasi diretsuhin? Pambihira, meron pa kayong pasakali na ICC. Tanongin nyo na siya kung tatakbo siya. Anak ng toko, wawa sa akin na. Diba, warakin si Risa Ontiveros. Wala yan, lutang yan eh, di ba? Kung wala yung kanyang avatar sa gilid, diba, yung index card girl niya, di ba yung abogado niyang nag-aral sa UP ata yun eh. Yung mukhang ano din, yung parang mukhang mangkukulang. Diba kung wala sa tabi niya yon sa mga interview, ano ho yan planted lahat yan. Kumbaga, pinaghandaan na. Matagal pa siguro 3 linggong paghahanda ni Risa. Yung sa interview niya na yan, 3 weeks, sa tingin ko 3 weeks ang paghahanda niya dyan. Ngayon, kung tatakbo siya ng presidente, yung plataforma niya, yung mga speeches niya, sinusulat niya na ho ngayon mga lutang din ho yan.
the opposition party, chooses you as a standard
Yes,
bearer.
that's the big if.
It's a big if. Hindi naman big if, sorry, Senator.
The first condition is kailangan mag-unite kami.
Oh.
And then secondly,
Saya-saya,
if I'm chosen by the
saya-saya.
United Opposition.
And you said you guys were also open to coalitions with other parties based on shared values. And that's what I'm wondering. What does shared values in this instance mean? How far are you willing to?
Share values, dapat magaling lahat magnakaw. Ay, share values niya. Magaling magnakaw, mga lutangang utak, mga sintu-sintu mag-isip. Yun na share values ng mga magko-consolidate ng mga dilawan, pinklawan. Pati Italianista isama niyo na. Dapat ang number 1 requirements, dapat talaga yung pagnanakaw talagang expertise nila, di ba?
To go to be pragmatic about the odds, and what would you not back down on?
We would not back down on yung shared values na meron na kami sa opposition. So, good governance, including anti-corruption, and transparency and accountability. Tapos, growing the economy and improving yung pakinabang ng mas maraming Pilipino in that growing economy. And then, real unity, kasi we've been so badly divided and polarized the past years.
So, kayo ang totoong unity. Hanggat hindi nyo nasasama si PH Update sa mga kabalbalan nyo na yan, ibig sabihin, walang unity. Ay, PH, ikaw simbol ng unity sa Pilipinas. Hindi. Pag nakipag-unite tayo sa mga sintu-sintu na yan, ibig sabihin, naniniwala tayo sa pinaglalaban nila. At karamihan ng mga like-minded Pilipino natin, naniniwala na rin doon sa pinaglalaban nila. Pero habang, kasi tayo makukonsidera ho natin ang ating sarili bilang isang praktikal na Pilipino. Di ba? Kung ano yung makakaganda sa Pilipinas, yun ang atin. Yung walang halong politika, walang halong dapat si Leni, dapat si Risa para lamang maiupo itong mga, maibalik yung mga dilawan at pinklawan. Kung magandang plataforma nila, kung talagang meron na silang napatunayan, nung panahon ni Noynoy Aquino, panahon nitong si Ninoy Aquino, panahon nitong si Cory Aquino, di ba? Noong panahon nung mga sila pang nasa kapangyarihan, kung meron silang template na ipinakita, kagaya ng kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, baka hindi ho tayong ngayon nag-uusap dito bilang isang DDS at sila ay bilang mga dilawan, pinklawan. Baka isa ho tayo sa mga pinklawan, dilawan, vlogger ngayong mga panahon na to. Kung sakaling meron ho silang plataforma o meron ho silang Exhibit A, kagaya ng Exhibit A ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Nagkataon, si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang may ganun, kaya sorry na lang sa kanila.
Wala pa kami at wala pa ako dun sa point of talking about coalescing with other groups beyond us. It would be necessary in terms of greater numbers, pero since there aren't any such offers yet or invitations, if and when we come to that point, then kailangan talagang pag-isipan at pag-usapan.
Teka lang, Risa. Kong Hei Fat Choy. Happy Chinese New Year sa lahat ng mga kasama natin dito sa PH Update. Kong Hei Fat Choy. Happy Chinese New Year, ha? Enjoy nyo ho ang inyong Chinese New Year at sana nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan ngayong mga panahon na to. Especially yung mga kababayan natin sa Pilipinas. Ha? Yung mga OFW, naka-holiday ngayon yung mga yan, di ba? Nakabakasyon yung mga kababayan nating OFW. Enjoy nyo ho itong araw na to. Di ba? Kong Hei Pachoy. Okay.
First among our ranks. There has to be...
PH, bakit nagcha-Chinese ka na? Nabasa ko yung post nito. Harilog. Meron siyang post. Baka sa wall niya. 1 hour ago. Kong Hei Pachoy. Kaya lang naman tayo napachinese. Nakita natin yung post kayo naman.
Enough of one or a few common values. And of course, babalansehin din sa pragmatism that's necessary in coalitional politics.
Okay, just very quickly, what's the timeline for this? Because 2028 is just a little over 2 years out.
Right.
And one of the things we had learned in the past is you have to mobilize early.
Exactly.
So ano
Exactly.
kayang internal timeline for this?
May consensus na kami that we will choose our common candidate ideally by the end of this year.
Okay.
Ideally.
By
The end of this
End
year,
of this year.
ideally. Yes.
Sorry, Ami, I'm so sorry. We have to let the senator go as much as we still have a million.
Ang bilis naman. Pumunta ka pa sa story ko. Lang yaka. Yun lang pala sasabihin mo. Ito tuloy si Ami, gigil na gigil magtanong. Ang dami pa niyang kabalbalang sasabihin, di ba? Ang dami pa niyang kabalbalan na itatanong sa'yo. Bakit hindi ka umano? Bakit? Ganda ng ngiti ni Ami. Si Ami. Si Ate Ami, habang nakikita niya itong si Risa Hontiveros, di ba? Nagpunta ka sa studio, lang yaka, gumayak ka, umupo ka dyan, anak ng tokwa, 5 minuto ka lang magpapa-interview, palakpakan. Wala ho tayong magagawa kung yun lang ang kayang i-store sa utak nito. Pero ilagay nyo yung mukhang mangkukulam yung alalay, yung tagabigay ng index card, kahit magpa-morningan pa kayo dyan, pwede kayo magtanong. Pero dahil wala yung mukhang mangkukulam yung assistant dyan. 5 minutes lang ang kanso. Ami, wag ka na sumingit ha. Wag ka na sumingit.
Questions, I know,
Sorry.
pero kasi
May isa lang.
she really
Wala
just
na.
popped in to
Say hello.
talk to us 5 minutes, so I'll let her go. But thank you so much for
Thank you very much
stopping by our
also.
set, Senator Risa Ontiveros.
Miss Abby.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Senator. Ang saya ni
are
Ami.
watching story-
Pag nakikita nitong si Ami, itong si Senator Risa Hontiveros, bumubulaklak ang mata. Punta na ako tayo itong Kevin Aguirre. Rerekta ko kagad tayo doon.
Her team. So
Yun.
at the end of it, they were
Thank
like,
you, thank
cut,
you.
cut
Tuloy,
now,
tuloy.
cut now. So I apologize for cutting you off. Okay, let's pivot now and bring in our next guest this afternoon. We're talking to former Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre II. Good afternoon, Secretary. Can you hear me okay?
Katalino daw ho yung mama na
Hi,
si Vita Aguirre.
attorney. Nakamute po kayo.
Yeah.
Tingnan natin ang demeanor nitong si Ami. Itong si Ami na to iba
Sir, I think you're still on mute.
yung nito, iba yung
Nakamute.
diskarte nitong alin nito. Yung si Ami. Yung tipo,
Hey, good
ilabas nyo na yung mga dokumento, di ba? Yung affidavit, yung ano lang to, kaano-ano mo ba itong si Congressman Libiste. Tingnan natin kung ano magiging pagbumuka nitong alin na to sa interview niya dito kay Vita Aguirre.
Afternoon, Ami.
Ayan na, okay na. Okay na.
Afternoon, playing.
Curious no?
Could you hear us okay, sir?
Basta, attorney.
Yung kasabaybay.
Okay na siya.
Sir, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I could hear you.
Okay, perfect. So we brought you on today so you could react to the latest development on the war on drugs case at the ICC. Of course, by now you know that you were named as a co-perpetrator in that war on drugs. This is based on two of your roles. First, as former President Duterte's lawyer, and next as Justice Secretary from 2016 to 2018. The ICC alleged that you were a part of a criminal structure and shared a common plan to neutralize alleged criminals back then. Can I have your reaction, please?
This is a completely false accusation.
Nako.
Actually, the first one, the one that's supposed to be coming from way back in 2010 when I lawyered for President Duterte and some policemen there. That was in 2010. That was before the Philippines became a member of the ICC. I didn't know that lawyering or practicing my profession as a lawyer in the Philippines would be a crime in The Hague. So, actually, and in the Philippines, it is an absolutely privileged communication, anything between a client and a lawyer. So why is it that I am, or that instance of lawyering or being a lawyer for Duterte be cited as one of my violations? Is it a crime in The Hague, but not in the Philippines? There's nothing in particular or
Grabe. Wala pa tayo sa ICC. Dito sa pinag-uusapan ho pala natin na mga kasong isinampa dito kay Vita Aguirre. Yung pagkakasangkot nila dyan sa kaso ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Di pa tayo membro ng ICC pero gusto nila, parusahan nila tayo. Ano itong mga siraulo talaga itong mga taga-ICC na to, gano'n? Walang iya kayo
in that incident which said
Wala nyo.
what happened or what did I did wrong.
Attorney, can I just pick on something you said there? You said you were lawyering for Duterte 2012. Is that right? Before the
No, 2009 and 2010. I think it's in 2009.
Okay.
Or,
Before the ICC, before the Philippines became part of the ICC, I don't think that timeline is correct. The Philippines signed the Rome Statute in December of 2000 and ratified this August of 2011. But essentially, we had signed in as early as 2000.
yeah, but before you ratify it, you have never been a member. It will be certified by the
Again, kung ikaw ay reporter, huwag makipagtalo sa abogado kasi yan, mataas ang pinag-aralan sa'yo. Ganun lang. Ang problema sa abogado. Ang problema sa mga reporter sa Pilipinas, pagkakausap nila engineer, nagiging engineer sila. Pagkakausap nila doktor, nagiging doktor sila. Pagkakausap nila abogado, nagiging abogado.
Senate, that's the only time when you became a formal member of the ICC. Anyway, it's not material whether we are a member of the ICC or not. I believe that by being a lawyer for Duterte would never be a crime. No, even in anywhere else. So why cite it? What did I do? I did not. I just lawyer for Duterte.
Yung
I just give them advice. I've never been a member of the AJK, if there's such a thing. I've never been a member of the Killing Fields.
When you say
Attorney.
you lawyered for him in 2009, what were those cases about? Were they related to the so-called Davao Death Squad?
You know, you remember in those years, Secretary Laila de Lima was then the chair of the Human Rights Commission. The president then was Pinoy Aquino. So,
Attorney, yung
I was...
Bastos talaga tong amin na to. Nagsasalita pa si Aguirre. Magkakaoras ka din. Mabibira mo din si Aguirre. Kalmahan mo lang, madam.
I went to Davao precisely because of the cases filed by Laila de Lima, which they could not even prove. That's why it was dismissed. It was during this time when they were in power. De Lima was then the secretary or the chair of the Human Rights Commission, and her president was then President Pinoy.
Yeah, and she was investigating the Davao Death Squad
Correct.
at that time. Ano? So yun yung case na hinandle niyo for then Mayor Rodrigo Duterte.
Actually, I just gave advice. I went there only
Ah.
for 1 day. I did not
Okay.
any trial except for the policeman which was charged here in Manila.
Yeah.
Pero
Attorney,
yun nga, it's related to the Davao
ah.
Death Squad. That case that you
Davao Death
advised
Squad.
on, that was related to the Davao Death Squad, correct?
That
I
was
didn't know that there was such a Davao Death Squad
Walang
then.
Davao
That
Death
was
Squad
way,
kayo naman,
way
oh.
2010, 16 years ago. So,
Davao
alam
Death
mo,
Squad.
they want...
Ako na ako nagsasabi sa inyo, galing kong tayong Davao, walang Davao Death Squad. Yung sumasalansan doon sa mga snatcher, hold-upper doon, alam nyo kung sino? Yung mga tricycle driver. At wala silang connection kay Duterte. Ano ang nasa utak nila? Masaya sila sa kapayapaang pinakita ni Duterte. Kaya ayaw ho nilang masira ito ng ika nga maliliit na mga krimen, kagaya ng mga snatcher, mga hold-upper. Ayaw ho nila yon. Sila mismo sasalansan pagka nakita kanila nagloko-loko doon. Talagang yung mga jeepney driver, nako, sila ang sasalansan sa'yo. Bababa sila sa jeep nila, gulpi sarado ka sigurado. Kunyari, ikaw magbebenta ka ng droga doon, nahuli ka, noong mga tricycle driver, kasi ayaw din ho nila Ayaw din ho nila doon Yung mga tricycle driver, kukuyugin ka nila. Ngayon, pag may nangyaring masama sa'yo, ang mapagbibintangan, kumbaga nagkakaroon ng parang, ang dating parang citizen's arrest. Ganun ang nangyayari sa Davao. Gusto ko talaga nilang pangalagaan yung kapayapaan na meron sila doon. Hindi kagaya sa Pilipinas, ay sa parang ibang bansa na Davao. Hindi kagaya sa Luzon tsaka Visayas, pagka merong krimen, bibidyoan nilang ganun. Anak ng toko, bago sila tumawag ng pulis, na-post muna nila sa kanila sa social media. Yeah,
said to link the Department of Justice and me, even though I'm completely innocent of this AJK killing,
Gawa ho ni
because
De
they
Lima yan.
wanted to
Gawa
prove
ni De Lima
that
yan.
that was a common plan. This
Yes.
common plan is very critical to them in proving the guilt of President Duterte. Because without a common plan wherein the Department of Justice and the Secretary of Justice sa member, hindi ka panipaniwala, there will be no credence with respect to that common plan if the Department of Justice or the Secretary of Justice is not a member thereof.
Pero attorney, syempre malaki yung role ng Secretary of Justice. And Rodrigo Duterte was campaigning on a platform of actually killing criminals. He won by a landslide. That's a point to consider. Pero tell us about the campaign at saka yung recruitment sa inyo. And then your early months, kasi yun yung pinakamatindi nung mga drug war ni Presidente. Tell us about your discussions on the cabinet. I'm sure merong ganung mention, Ano yung mga napag-uusapan nyo? And you being the Secretary of Justice, wala bang consultation sa inyo?
There was no such thing in the discussion in the cabinet about this.
Wala.
Completely innocent of this war on drugs. Of course, I'm aware of it. But of course,
Yes.
that these criminals, these drug lords, would be eliminated also, or at least they would be, it will be stopped. Otherwise, without that, the Philippines could be worse than the Mexico or Colombia, for that matter.
Pero meron bang initiate? Because
Okay lang, para sa mga reporter, okay lang yun. Na ika nga yung maging ang tawag narco state ang Pilipinas. Wala nang problema sa mga reporter. Okay lang sa kanila. Ang importante sa kanila makaupo yung mga patron nilang mga politiko o yung susuportahang politiko nung kanilang among oligarko. Ganun lang naman yung mga na yan, yung mga taga-media. Ganun lang sila.
you're in charge of the...
Pero yung well-being ng mga bawat isang Pilipino, yung mga kabataan malayo sa illegal na droga, hindi. Huwag nang isipin yun. Yung mga taga-media wala ho silang ganong ika nga. Ang gusto lang nila kung ano ang gusto ng kanilang amo na oligarko, na kung sinong maupo, kung anong naratibo ng oligarko nilang amo, yun lang yun lang re-report nila. Alangan namang anak na to ka reporter ka lang kukontrahin mo kung anong gusto ng amo mo. Kaya kailanman yung mga taga mainstream media na yan, hindi ho naging naging nagiging kasangkapan ng sambayan ng Pilipino para magkaroon ng tunay na pagbabago. Yang mga na yan, ang mga media na yan, nandyan sila para maghanap buhay, para meron silang maibalita, meron silang mga advertisement. Ganun lang naman ho yun. Di ba?
execution service Natatandaan niyo ba kung merong initiate na investigation? Kasi ang dami-daming killings in the first 6 months
The
Ang dami-dami nun, and-
you must know what is the job of the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
If the fiscals, it's up to the police authorities,
Police.
government authorities to file the necessary case. If they
Yes.
file the necessary case, we will act on that. If there's evidence, we are going to charge the police. If there's none, we are going to dismiss it. Perhaps you do not know that I'm the one instrumental in bringing the parents and relatives of Ian de los Santos, Carlos Arnaiz, and Kulot de Guzman. They are the three prominent or very high-profile teenagers who were killed during those times. So, when they were complaining, I gathered the parents, the relatives of these three, Kian de los Santos, Arnaiz, and de Guzman, to be brought to Malacanang, where I caused that they met and the president met them. After meeting with the president, where they were charged in court, they were tried and they were convicted. As a matter of fact, I heard about a few months ago that their appeal to the Supreme Court were dismissed and the sentence against them were affirmed. So is this the action of one who is a member of this AJK killing? I was the one who was instrumental. And as a matter of fact, these policemen were brought to justice and they are now incarcerated up to now.
Attorney, I'm not sure I heard you correctly. Did you say that, of course, you were aware of the alleged extrajudicial killings back then? You were aware?
They were aware of the complaints of the killing committed by the police. But being aware does not mean that that there was really an evidence of the extrajudicial killing. You have to bring it to file this case before our courts, before our fiscals first, and then if we see probable cause, then we are going to file this before the...
hindi na umisa to si ate, masakit na ulo. Hindi na siya umisa. Bakit? Masusupalpal na naman siya. Anak ng toka, masusupalpal na naman siya. Diba? Huwag kang magbibida-bida kasi ate pagka abogado ka usap mo. Hilig nyo sa ganyan.
Courts.
Right. But
stress
it
siya.
comes back to Ami's question, no? Which is, as Justice Secretary, you did have the
Diba?
power to...
Iba yung balagbag nila. Pagkakausap nila si Risa. Pagka si Risa, thank you for having me. Thank you for stopping by. Pero silang mga kabalbalan. Pero pakulong ka na kasi, Congressman Bitagirep. Ay, Atty. Vic Aguirre, para masaya yung mga kausap mo na yan.
Investigate and prosecute
Ayun naman,
if needed. So the question is, how many of these cases did you investigate and prosecute during your time as a Justice Secretary?
I do not have the count, but as long as they are brought before our fiscals, we are going to prosecute them. But the fact is that many of which were dismissed and they did not even
Yeah.
reach my office.
No, what I mean is, why did you have to wait for these cases to be brought to you as Justice Secretary? You had the power to investigate, right? And if you say that you were aware of these complaints around alleged extrajudicial killings,
We have the power to investigate only if these killings or these complaints will be filed against before us. Without
By the
any
police.
case being filed, the Department of Justice has no obligation and has no jurisdiction to arrest these individuals. You have to file.
Kailangan kagaya nitong si Risa Hontiveros doon sa mga vlogger, 'di ba? Ano bang nangyari doon? Ang DOJ ba ang nag-file ng asunto doon sa mga vlogger? Hindi. Si Risa Hontiveros, kailangan ho talaga ng isang individual na maghahain ng asunto sa isang individual para dinggin ng DOJ. Hindi naman kagaya yung sinasabi nyo na dapat taksyonan kaagad. Pambihira. Ang DOJ nga natin ngayon, ang dami ng obvious na mga magnanakaw, di na nila na-aksyonan. Tapos gusto nyo, ng panahon ni Tatay Digong, yung mga maliliit na ano na yan, a-aksyon ng DOJ. Ano nga kayo
A good case so that we will act.
Did you ask the President about it, President Duterte? Kasi for the first 6 months, ang dami-dami ng complaint eh. Nabanggit niyo ba sa kanila na, oh, Mr. President, marami nagrereklamo, nasosobrahan daw yata yung mga napapatay. Was there ever that kind of discussion?
There's none. There was none.
Tapos yung, would you remember kung kahit ballpark figure lang, ilan kaya yung napapila ng complaint ng police sa prosecution? Kasi isa din reklamo nila yun na hindi nga daw nagpa-file yung police ng mga mga ilan kaya, ballpark figure.
I really
For 6 months lang.
I don't have the figure. I was not keeping those figures with me.
Yeah.
And but I believe that all those cases have been acted upon by our prosecutors. If there is evidence, then the case will be filed, would have been filed, and if there's no evidence, the case will be
Senator, go ahead, Ami.
Yeah. So ano ngayon, you know that you've seen what happened to the former president last year. Ano ang binabalak niyo kung sakasakaling mag-issue din ng similar na ganong arrest warrant ang ICC for you and it is coursed through the Interpol? Ano po yung magiging reaction niyo doon? I'm sure you will be filing a legal challenge to that.
That's right. Actually, I'm not taking this case seriously that I was being charged before the ICC because I'm completely innocent. I don't know anything about this. That common invento lang nila yan para magkaroon ng kunwari conspiracy with us. Kasi without the Department of Justice, without the Secretary of Justice being part of the common plan, hindi credible yan Kaya pilit nila akong kinasama. Ako lang nga ang di yata taga Davao or not connected with the police dyan sa walong yan. Sa walong co-perpetrators. Pero ang ibig sabihin ng co-perpetrators, kami ang co-conspirators. Ibig sabihin yan, ay kasama dyan sa pagplano niyan, sa pagpalaganap niyang extrajudicial killing niyan, which I completely deny because I have nothing to do with it. Ngayon, what happened? Of course, there's a possibility that a warrant of arrest because of this would be filed against us. Dati hindi ko sinuseryoso kasi wala naman akong kasalanan. Pero of course, I have to take this seriously now. Of course, we are going to resist it. How? By filing a case in court. What happened to President Duterte should not be repeated because it violated the constitutional rights of a Filipino citizen, not to mention an ex-president. Imagine, even under the ICC statute, the Rome Statute, you have to be there must be a judicial proceeding within the country from where you are accused before you will be brought to Hague. Pero nung nangyari dyan, wala. Parang kinidnap talaga siya.
I don't
Kung
think that's
hindi-
sir, I don't think that's a requirement by the ICC that there's a judicial process locally in the
Ang sinasabi doon, yung bring it to competent judicial authority. Makikipagtalo ka na naman sa abogado ating. Masusupalpal ka na naman yan.
country of the
That is-
person's
that is a
origin.
requirement.
I don't think that's true.
That is a requirement. As a matter of fact, when the Department of Justice was asked, why did you not, why was
Ito talaga si ating hindi ka abogado. Ating, marunong lahat tayo magbasa. Pero yung ika nga pag sasalansan sa mga binabasa, wala nang masuhusay pa sa mga abogado. Kayo trabaho nyo magtanong. Okay, hindi makipagtalo sa mga ini-interview nyo. Ang trabaho ng mga abogado, magbasa ng magbasa.
there no judicial intervention here? Ang sabi ng Department of Justice, kami yung judicial intervention.
Oh.
So there must be a requirement of judicial intervention.
But there must have a requirement is different from actually having a requirement. But anyways, let me come back to what you said earlier.
Ayaw mong pasagutin kasi butataan naman ang argumento mo. Ayaw mo na namang pasagutin, di ba? Sinagot mo yung punto de vista tapos sosoplak ka tapos bigla mong puputulin. Anyway ka na kagad. Huwag ganon. Porque talo ka sa argumento, tatapusin mo na ang diskusyon. Ganon. Huwag ganon. Di ba? Ang pangit nun, ating.
You said you facilitated meetings between President Duterte and the families of the drug war victims like Kian de los Santos, and that the officers there were later convicted. But that's just one case out of thousands, di ba? By official count, there were around 6,000 killed during the drug war. By the count of human rights organizations, it's up as much as 30,000 or something. What about all those other cases? What did you do with them as Justice Secretary?
Only those cases that were brought to my attention ang pwede kong aktuhan. Yan mga yung at that time, yan ang very high profile incidents noon. So I was forced to act. As a matter of fact, dun sa kay Kerwin Espinosa, that was dismissed by the case against Kerwin Espinosa was dismissed by the Department of Justice. The case against nung patay yung father niya, si former mayor of Alvera, late Rolando Espinosa. Ako rin ang nagpa-investigate niya sa NBI because it seems parang walang mangyayari noon. So I asked the NBI to investigate, and I believe that the NBI investigated it and filed the necessary homicide charges. So, ngayon, hanggang doon lang kami. Hindi wala na kaming jurisdiction doon sa pagpapatupad ng batas tungkol dito sa illegal drugs.
So yung Espinosa case kasi kasama yung secretary dito sa ICC in yung charges. Ito yung pinaka-latest na yung kasama yung kay Kerwin saka yung sa tatay ng Espinosa. So you filed it pero
Yes.
ang korte na ang nag-handle nun. Yan ang sinasabi nyo na after you filed, that's up to the court na.
Actually, I was the one, the records will show that I was the one who directed the NBI to investigate. They filed the case, I don't know what happened.
Anyway, alam naman ho natin na talagang gusto hong igank nitong dalawang ali na to, itong si Vit Aguirre dyan sa interview nila na yan, na hindi lang ho makapalag, itong si ate na nag-abogado, hindi naman abogado, magtanong ka lang. Pagka hindi akma, yung narinig, problema dito sa ano na to, reporter, pagka yung sagot ng ini-interview niya, hindi akma doon sa tenga niya, doon sa gusto niyang marinig, ano siya, mabilis siya doon sa avatar niya, research siya, susulat siya. Ngayon pagka nasoplak niya na siya, ngayon, babalikan niya, tapos mag-anyway na siya, puputulin niya na kagad yung diskusyon na kung saan, alam niya, natalo siya sa argumento. So always, maraming salamat doon sa pag-support sa PH Update. Mag-ingat po kayo lahat. Mahal natin Pilipinas. Saludo. Maraming salamat mga kababayan.